Oh, me getting rest. It's hard to do. Okay. Sure. Shalom, family. What's going on? I know I'm getting on kind of late. Man, just work, work, work. Tired, man. Drowned in work. Drowned in work, man. So many things on my plate. So many things on my plate. Shalom, shalom. But I'm holding it. I'm holding it down, man. I'm holding it down. We are not mixed lesson. Yeah, all those lessons coming, man. One thing at a time. What is today? Today is the 10th, so I'll say roughly like 2 weeks. So I should at least be able to do another lesson and drop the movie breakdown this month. So that's why I don't get no rest now, because I'm constantly working. Constantly working. No, somebody had mentioned that. Yeah, but you could email me. G-prophet@gmail.com. Yeah, I was reading somebody's message. We're not mixed lesson. Shalom, fam. What's going on? I'll hit y'all with a few updates. So the school is still growing, still in progress. We at 122 members now. That have just joined the school. All praise to the Most High. I hope y'all checked out the last video I did, how to study the Bible. I see y'all been really soaking that up. It's actually been moving up on the charts. I've been watching it go up. So yeah, definitely watching the work. I'm still adding, as you see, I'm still adding the archive lessons and stuff up to the school. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we got 122 people up in the school. The next video that I'm working on right now currently is Avengers Infinity Wars, that y'all basically voted on. Y'all, most majority of people agreed on it. Um, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate any support, man. Any support, that y'all would like to support. Definitely, I would most definitely appreciate it, man. To help me, with what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to buy another 50 hours of time to put up more work anyway, because a lot of these lessons are long, 2 hours long, 3 hours long. I just put up the how will I be saved lesson. and that was just part one. I think I have a little left for part two, but that was like over 3 hours long. But I'm working on that lesson two. Shalom, fam. Shalom, shalom. I see you. So I'm working on that too. I was gonna say. So I see. I've been watching the. My mind is all over right now. So yeah, I've been putting up the old lessons. I still have a few more to put up. Some of them I can't find. I'm having difficulty finding like the newer video ones that I've been doing, like the strangers, one on the strangers and the Passover lesson. I'm trying to find those right now to add up to the school, and I'm still adding up the archive ones to the school. But these lessons are really long, they take up a lot of space. So, but as I'm adding up work, yeah, see, I'm still moving forward, putting up new work. So, the next video that I'm working on right now is Avengers: Infinity Wars, the movie breakdown. For those that want the movie breakdown, Avengers: Infinity Wars is. I'm excited about it because y'all know me. Y'all know how I do already. I ain't even got to talk. Just produce that work. Y'all know how I give it up already. Y'all know how I put it down. This is going to be a dope movie breakdown. A lot of connections. This one it's a lot of this stuff. Some of this stuff you guys are familiar with, but I'm going to show y'all that Hollywood, man. You know Hollywood is satanic. Okay, Hollywood is satanic, man. And these people have a way of telling a story in different ways. It would be the same story, but they're telling it in a different way. Very clever, very crafty. Even if they have to change a couple things, add a couple things, switch things around, it's all connected to the same darn thing. All right? Yeah. So y'all gonna see, this is gonna be a dope expose. This is gonna be a dope breakdown, y'all. And I just give it up to the Most High, man. My life has been tailored for this, man. Y'all don't understand. Shalom, fam. I see you. My life has been tailored for this. I don't know. I remember things from my childhood. So this childhood movie, this is crazy, y'all. That's true. That's true. A lot of these films are biblically inspired. And like I always say, these people are devils. They're devil worshippers. They do not follow the Most High God. That's why you got all this wickedness. And it's okay. The wickedness in society is okay. Because the people that are running the show are devil worshippers. That's why. If these people that were actually ruling were following the Most High God in fear, you wouldn't see a lot of the stuff you see today. That's bottom line. Okay? But see, that's because these people are devil worshippers. It's not so much that, and I see what you're saying, they take stuff from the Bible, but it's not that they just taking it just to copycat, and give credit. They're mocking it. That's the problem. They're making fun. That's what they do. They make fun of the Most High, and they make fun of the Most High's people. That's how they get off. Because it's like that's the only truth. The only truth is the Most High and the devil. You know what I'm saying? And we know the Most High is in control of all of these things, but That is the only truth. So of course they're gonna spend their money because they know these things to be true. They know the spiritual realm is more real than the physical realm. You know, they understand these things, so they had it's like it's the only truth. All this other stuff, deception is going on. It's just deception. It's for the people, the masses, to be drawn in to believe and follow things that are not true, because that's what these devils that they're getting the knowledge, that they're getting the information from, they're telling them to deceive man. What's good, family? What's good? What's good? I'm here. I haven't really listened to Kanye West like that. I'm gonna check it out because I hear people, a lot of people mentioning Kanye to me, so I'm gonna definitely check him out. I really don't know where he stands at, but it would be interesting to find out what's going on. What's going on? Shalom. It would definitely be interesting to find out. However, just from his title, Jesus is King, is already telling me he's Christian minded. So that alone, I could just go off. You see, is what people say out their mouth. If he was to say on his title, if he was to have like some Hebrew symbols or a Hebrew name for the Mashiach or something like that, if he was to say, "Oh, Yahusha is king," you know, if he was to say something like that, then I could be like, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." Now let's see what he talks about in the songs. Then we can see if Kanye be for the Most High or not, or if he's leaning towards it. You know what I mean? But that Jesus is King is just like, huh? You know? So it's all about, you know, what he says, man. Oh, he did. You got to send me that clip if you could find it. Where he said that at? He said he was a Hebrew Israelite. Interesting. Very interesting. And the funny thing is, that's the beauty of us all waking up. The beauty of us all. Okay, if you find it before me, email it to me. gdashprophet@gmail.com. But the beauty of it is the Most High is waking us all up. So celebrities are falling upon the knowledge. Okay, the world is falling upon the knowledge of this whole what they would call a conspiracy. You know, black people being Hebrew Israelites or Jews, what have you. So the fact that this information is coming out on a national scale, on a broad scale, where it piques the interest, celebrities are definitely going to look into it. They're going to check it out. They definitely gonna stay quiet about it because this is something that's unorthodox and something that's like taboo. So, you know, it is what it is though. It is what it is. But yeah, with the films, Hollywood, they're mocking the Most High. Will white people go into captivity? Of course. It's all through the scriptures, without a doubt. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm not saying that with a feeling of hatred, a feeling of anger, or a feeling of revenge. I am saying that with knowledge and wisdom of the Most High. I'm not even saying that out of emotion, like, oh, white people did this to my ancestors and my family, they're going to slavery. I'm not saying that with no hatred. I'm not saying that with no trickery, no ill intent. I am saying yes off of what the Most High has said over and over and over, and what has been done to the Most High's people, and what he's been saying all through the scriptures. It is a fact. The European powers will go into slavery. And you see, the Europeans, and this is the upsetting part. This is the sad part. The Europeans that are at the bottom of the scale don't are the ones being deceived. And this is why white folks, you Europeans, should be more upset at your leaders. You should be more upset with your leaders and these devil worshippers who have not told you the truth about who's God's children. So all the hating that has been done from Europeans to the Most High's people, you know, it's been a trick of the devil. It's been a trick of the devil, and even more scarier, the trick of the Most High. Okay. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I will be making Esau the DVDs. I got the DVD burner, so I'm working on that right now for DVDs for all my videos. So if you want a DVD on Esau, DVD on whatever, I am working on that now. I just got case, so I'm doing a lot of things. I'm running around, checking my head cut off. I'm doing a lot of things. Okay, that is the next step thing I will be doing. So yes, I will be doing that. Um, so, but as I was saying, yes, the Europeans will be going into captivity for what they've done. You know, for what they've done, um, and they know that the European powers that are at the top of the threshold know this, and that's why they make fun of the Bible. They make fun of the Most High's people. They do all of these little things, but they won't tell their own kind because it will cause a. They're not trying to cause a hysteria because it's just like if you was to find out this truth, the world would just be in chaos. You know, like oh my gosh, the black people are God's chosen. What have we been doing? And I even have that in a book where Hitler was saying that. Hitler was actually saying that in a book that I have. You know, if the white people found out that they were hanging and that they were lynching God's children, they would be terrified if they realized if that truth came out that all this time the Europeans were oppressing and killing God's chosen, you would be terrified. You would be terrified. You know, so I sure will. I will definitely let you know on that as far as um yep, that's exactly why. So America is actually not the ruling power. Man, a lot of people think America is the ruling power. America is not the ruling power, man. It takes a lot of research to figure that one out. Actually, America appears to be the ruling power. That's the power of deception right there for you. You know, um, but so yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. The Europeans will be going into captivity, unfortunately, and all the nations that oppressed Israel. Um, not just Europeans, but there's going to be black nations, dark skinned nations as well that are going into slavery as well. Um, but yes, the Arabs are the hidden hand. The people don't what people don't understand is that the Arabs that control the oil in this power resource. Oil is a power resource that runs America. Now that even with the land, see this whole everything is in contracts. Everything is in contract when it comes to land and all of these things. And believe it or not, the Arabs, number one, the Arabs have more money than the Europeans. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you don't know, if you don't know, stop watching the news. Stop watching the American television because everything on American television, majority of it is a damn lie. It's a lie, but it makes sense because they have to big themselves up. They have to showcase themselves to be such of a, of whom they're not, in order to have you, the people that are enslaved here, following along with them, you know? Of course, the Arabs look like they broke. When you look at that, look at what you just said. That's perfect example of what you said. Deception. Deception. My dad, right? My dad, he owns a food truck. And he was telling me, because, he was struggling and he finally got to do what he do. And, he has his veteran license where he sells things. And, he was like, yo, people look at us like we broke, because we dress. But, my dad is doing well for himself. He has a food truck. He's making a lot of money. He has two places to live. My dad is doing well, but he has a food truck. So the point I'm making is it doesn't matter how you dress. I'm not getting at you or anything like that. But you could look broke, but be the richest out here. So that might be true. That might be true. That might be true. The Arabs can't defeat the Europeans at war. That might be true. But the Arabs are more wealthy than the Europeans, and they have the Europeans in pocket. That's why America will not mess with Saudi Arabia. America, look, do your research hard. Do your research. I have. I've exposed these things in many of my videos. America will not touch Saudi Arabia. Even though Saudi Arabia is doing all this wickedness and America know about it, they see it, they will never. Why won't they ever step foot over there to be like, yo, y'all need to stop beheading people and doing these acts of cruelty and stuff like that? They'll run to a whole nother country and do this Iraqi freedom and all of that stuff, which is all deception for another cause. But they won't dare step in Saudi Arabia with that BS. You know why? That money. Money, 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 money. Money. They won't dare. The Arabs have the Europeans in pocket. They own the land, they own politicians, they got everybody in pocket, yo. And money is the root of all evil, and money is what's controlling things out here. Money is what's controlling the system. Yes, the mother of all harlots. Now that doesn't mean Arabs, but it's talking about the idolatry that the Arabs, they get it. You have to understand the Arabs, these mixed, they come from all this stuff is stemming back to, Egypt and the Babylonians, all that ancient worship. People forget about that. They give America credit like America is brand new. America is not ancient. America is not ancient. These things that Mystery Babylon is talking about, these are ancient things that go back, that's still being done today. That's why the scripture says there's nothing new under the sun. What was done shall be. What was done shall be. There's nothing new about, America is new. America is new. And America is not even a country. That's the funny thing about it. That's a whole nother thing. America is not even a country, it's a corporation. It's just stolen land set up with corporations, the FCC, FBI, CIA, all these corporations, Exxon, it's just corporations here. There's no real nationality here. There's no real race here besides the indigenous people that were already here. So when you talk about America, it's like America is not. These are Europeans, quote unquote Americans. They're Europeans. They're not Americans. Like they're not. This land is not even theirs. You know. Um, exactly. America is all about contracts, making money. America has no allegiance. That's why when you look at their principalities, their go back into their Masonic lodges and their secret orders, it all go back to Egypt, the mystery religions, and then you'll find Islam, all these things that it's like what is the Prophet Muhammad doing in the Supreme Court? What is the crescent moon and star, doing in the White House? All these things that go back to the mystery religions, when you and all connected back to the Arabs. So we know America is not no Arab country. So why is Prophet Muhammad in the Supreme Court? Why is all of these Egyptian things that the Arabs, they got control of Egypt right now? So it's like, why are all these things in connection with America? You know, they know where this stuff come from. You understand that America is not it's not mystery Babylon, in a nutshell. Yes, I will. That's without a doubt. 12 tribe chart, it's been in the making for a while. It's something that's going to be very long and very educational. And I'm still working on it because I'm still compiling research and all of these things and stuff like that. So when I do it, it's not going to be, y'all know how I do my work. So, uh, you know, but definitely I will be exposing the 12 tribe chart, bringing these things in depth, what we have, excuse me, what we have now with these camps, with their chart, it is not correct. It is an ignorant chart. It's a foolish chart. But you will learn that as you become a wise person, as you become one that does research. You have to do research. I don't care. Study the Bible all you want. You got to do research. You have to. Because research is the most important thing. Well, I could say one of the most important things to understanding, because with the 12 chart that's created from these campers, yes, I did see that movie, and I've actually used that movie in some of my movie breakdowns. Uh, yes, they are. These camps are set up by the government. And see, this is why research is important. This is why I've got the library that I got, because with the chart that they're pushing, it's and it's funny because I used to believe in the chart, but once again, it's one of those things where this is why I pulled back from watching these clowns. When I first came in, I was watching these clowns. Then after I started, like, yo, this is not making sense. That don't let me do my research. I want the absolute truth. Let me go get it. Let me go research for it. And yeah, y'all see I be exposing these camps. I be exposing them, man. These are devil worshippers. These are Freemasons, man. These are double agents, B. We've had that amongst our people all the time. All the time. They just become more clever and wise. Numbers. I haven't. Not really. I haven't really gotten into that though. It does. That scripture does kill their doctrines. Yeah. So when you do, excuse me, when you do the research, And that's why I don't mess with that chart. And I will be exposing the chart. If one of the things they say is, oh, this African, that African this and that African, you gotta understand that we were coming from the west coast of Africa. The majority of people in America were coming, black, quote unquote, black people were coming from the west coast of Africa. Senegal, Benin, Togo, Ivory Coast, and all that stuff. So we looked, a lot of them look like the African tribes because we blended in. The difference was the customs and the tongue, customs and the language. That's what separated us. Like Moses. Moses looked like an Egyptian. They thought he was an Egyptian. So Israel blended in with the other African, quote unquote, African tribes. The problem is, what term does the white man use? I ain't get there yet. The flat earth, I got so many I got maybe a little bit but not a lot of info on it just yet because I have a lot on my hands, man. And once I'm in focus in one thing, I want to complete it and then move on to the next one. You know, so I ain't get there yet, but y'all stick around, man. Trust me, I'll get to it. And of course, that's why the Mashiach fled into Egypt because we all blend, we all look like these people, we all look like the surrounding nations. And this is why when people say Esau is the white man, that's another confirmation that is a stupid doctrine. It's a dummy, ignorant doctrine to say Esau is the white man. The Mashiach would have said, the Mashiach, he saw the Edomites. The Mashiach saw the Edomites. Okay? It's just crazy, So even Pharaoh saw the Edomites. Pharaoh gave the Edomites one of their wives, to marry. I brought that out in one of the dummy my dummy doctrine exposés. Pharaoh gave him one of the Edomites his wife's sister. And was like, yo, marry her. You could raise up children in my household. If Esau was white and you got all these black kings, powerful, strong men, why am I going to give this white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed man my daughter, my sister's, my wife's sister to marry and have children and raise up in my house? And you don't think everybody going to look at me funny? We right about that. We give him too much credit. I'm gonna have this white man's children, raising them up, and all these black kings around, and nobody gonna look at me funny. Nobody gonna be like, yo, what the heck, man? Why you didn't let one of us marry her? Or, you know what I'm saying? So it's just foolishness, man. Just foolishness. But it is what it is, man. So that's why I have to get to the bottom of it. Because, we got our people. You got the Igbos. You got the Nigerians. These people are what the world, and see, that's the problem. The American language, their terms and stuff like that they use, they classify these people as Africans. They're not classifying them as the Igbos, okay? The Ibos, the Igbos, which would be the Hebrews. They're not giving these people proper classification. Like they don't give us proper classification. This would confirm prophecy. We would be in confusion of faces. Why are we in confusion? Because you got devils, you got liars, and you got deceivers who is talking and running their mouth, and they have a little power and a little change. They got radio, they got television, they got newspapers, so they're pushing this crap out. They're teaching us in their institutions, and we're learning all this garbage. So this is why we're fulfilling prophecy. That's why we're fulfilling prophecy right now. You know. So I mean, it's crazy out here, man. It's bananas. But I got the Avengers movie coming along. I'm still working on that. Got some great movie connections. Like I said, these people they tell the same story, but they do it differently. All right. So this Avengers is going to be dope. The connections are going to be pretty dope for this one. I'm gonna be it's gonna be dope. Y'all know how I do what I do, and you're gonna be like, wow, wow, G, you did it again. All right, so y'all know, man, I could do whatever it is that y'all need me to do. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it, and it's just a blessing for me to experience life and have all these memories still in my head. So when I get upon something, I could be like, I remember that, and and I remember that, da 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 da. So it's all a gift. Um, those are the 12 tribes of Israel, 144, the 12 tribes of Israel, the men, 144, 12 tribes of Israel. Um, okay. Um, it's a good question. And I kind of want to look at those episodes, those Twilight Zone episodes, man, because they be dropping some stuff in there. You just never know. But if you see something, if any of y'all come across anything, email me, gdashprofit at gmail.com. I'll check it out because, it always helps. Quite a few people have shown me some things and I've actually used it. So it's definitely a blessing, man, to help awake other people and then they, bring it back to the table to. So it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. Um, Hitman's Bodyguard. I seen that one. That has some stuff in it. Definitely has some stuff in it, especially Samuel Jackson, his story, about his father dying in the church. He was a preacher and all that. He died. These people always mock it, man. Avengers Infinity Wars, because there's different Avengers. There's different ones. But Avengers Infinity Wars, um, it's a pretty good movie, but there is a main theme. There's a main theme to it. That's the thing. The main theme. What's really going on? Because um people get blindsided by, oh, we got Iron Man, we got Thor, we got that, yeah, we got this, we got that. Look at the special effects, powers, and it's all just like, whoa, just like, yo, this is dope. This movie was dope. It was crazy. Yo, did you see the Avengers movie, yo? Did you check that out? And people don't see the underlining things in these films, but I do. And I've been blessed to see, unfortunately, and I've been blessed to make the connection. That connection. Thanos is Satan. I can do a lesson on the Apocrypha. Um, Actually, the Apocrypha was just spoken about in another movie that just came out, the Countdown movie. Check that out. Um, so, Black Mirrors, that's an interesting one. But yeah, you said Thanos was God and Iron Man was Satan. See, the funny thing is, Thanos was, because see, it's all about what these directors are portraying and what they have them saying. Because Thanos could be God, Thanos could be Satan. But what I do know is that Thanos was mocking the Most High as if he was God, but at the same time, he was Satan. So you gotta take a look at what they do, what they say, because they could twist and turn things, and that's how they do it. So it's never really one main theme or one main thing. It's always a twist, it's always an add, a turn, you know? There you go. There you go. Okay, I think I will check it out. Definitely. Definitely. You know, what I see is that these people are, they mock the Most High. These people mock the Most High. Um, they always mock the Most High. Always. And the Most High's word. And the Most High's people. Always. The thing is that these people are devil worshippers. That is the thing. You got to always understand that. They are devil worshippers. No question. So, of course, it's expected for them to mock the Most High. And, of course, give credit to their God, the devil, to Satan. You know? So, since their God is the devil, is Satan, they're going to make Satan the God of that story. So this Thanos would be the God or their God. In a lot of movies, the devil is their God. So when they talk about God, so when they talk about their God in the movies or a God in the movie, to the general public, you just think God. So you're like, yeah, the God, like the Christian God, right? It's like, no, they have a God they worship. All these nations had a God they worship. It wasn't the Most High, you know? So their God is the devil because that's who they worship. So that's going to be the biggest thing of, you know, whatever TV show, radio, whatever they do, because that's whom they worship. You understand? That's just who they worship. But they're gonna show it to the public as if it's God, like the blind, like the Christian God, like the God of Israel, you know, which is not the case. I didn't know that. I haven't seen that movie, Underworld Bloody Wars. I haven't checked that one out. Interesting. Exactly, like it says on the dollar bill, in God we trust. But then the question is, well, which God? Nobody never questioned that when the government put that on the dollar bill and saying God we trust. What God you talking about? Because you got Egyptian and all these other symbols on your dollar bill, and if people actually read the scriptures, they would know that these things were idolatry. So how can the people that put the stuff on the dollar bill be actually worshiping the God of the Bible, the Most High, the God of Israel? Or are they worshiping another God? But nobody think about that. Nobody question it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. True indeed. True indeed. You know? So it's very deep, man. These people are deep thinkers. Gotta understand that. These people they've been in this truth for a long time. We've been deceived for a long time. So it's hard to wake up. Because when you wake up, it's like you have to wake up a million times. You gotta wake up again and again and again before you get to a certain level of understanding of these people. Because the truth is hidden in layers that you got to keep peeling back. So you think you woke up today, right? Oh, I woke up today and I found out this. Go to sleep, wake up again. Oh, well, I didn't know that. You found out you can pull back another layer. Oh, wow, I just woke up again. You go to sleep the next day, turn the page or flip another layer, find something else. And it's like, geez, I just keep waking up and waking up. Like I'm never awake. It's interesting. But um that's interesting. That's something I'm actually looking into, reincarnation. I've been curious about it. I know a couple things, but I kind of hold my peace because I'm still in research about it, you know. Exactly. We have to relearn continually. And yes, the matrix. That's the whole point of it. I'm hearing about that, but I didn't see a video on that. This whole Popeye's chicken sandwich thing, man. I gotta check out what are the videos, man, because I'm hearing a lot about it. Um, you know, so crazy. True, true. Good point. I've read that scripture. Um, however, however, we know the Most High does what He want to do, and we don't know um, the full power of God. We understand the power of God to some degree, but we don't know the full power. We don't know exactly what God can do and what He can do. We know He can do all things. Oh my God. Yeah, funny. Jeez, man. You said that chicken. Oh man, y'all funny. Yes, they do pray to Baal. They ain't praying to the Most High. Um, that's pretty interesting. Um, it's interesting. Never heard that before, but um, interesting. But yeah, with that whole reincarnation thing, mm, it's a touchy subject, man. It's a touchy subject. But once again, you know, the Most High, he's in control of the soul. So, you know, it could might be, and I'm just saying, the Most High. I see. That's why I don't even want to get in conversation about it because you know it's still more to learn on it. I know a couple things, but you know I don't want to speak on it as if it's the exact truth. But I know the Most High has power to do all things. So if He wanted to, you know, say somebody died, say it was a miscarriage, and you know that soul or somebody died accidentally or whatever. You know, the Most High wanted to give that soul another chance. You know, I don't know. You know, but I'm not saying it's not possible because all things are possible. But Yeah, many people been asking me to do a lesson on heaven and hell. Heaven and hell. Now we should all know there is spiritual realm. There's a physical realm. There's a spiritual realm. The Most High talks about as it is done in heaven, so shall it be done on earth. So there are spiritual realms, you know. Okay, I might have to check those out. Send those to me, man. Send those to me, gdasprophet@gmail.com. See what they talk about. For sure, for sure, for sure. But there is a physical realm, there is a spiritual realm, and when we talk about hell, are we talking? That's a very it's one of those things where you got to be in deep research and have a very discerning spirit on things. No doubt. Okay, fam. Most definitely. Most definitely. Email me on that. Um. So yeah, man. I'm not against learning new things, man, and putting the pieces together. So definitely send send me some info. But I definitely want to touch on the that spiritual realm because I've been learning about it for quite some time, learning about certain things from scripture and from people's stories, people's personal testimonies. Uh, and one thing I'm good with is recognizing a pattern. That's a good one. That's a good thought, right? That's a deep thought right there. I think somebody mentioned to him before to me. Definitely go. I definitely check that out. If anything, you can either email that to me. I believe that. I believe that actually. I believe there is a spiritual realm where souls can be tormented by these entities that are roaming, that are out here. I believe that. I believe that. So definitely, there is definitely a spiritual realm. There's definitely, I believe, where souls are tormented by these entities. I definitely believe that. Definitely believe that. You know, send me that. You can send me that. You can send me that one, Apocalypse of Peter. There's a couple other joints I have to get too, man. A couple other books I have to get on certain things because there were some books that I have on, dealing with. I'm number one. I think the Testament of Judah. A lot of these missing books, man, they have incredible information, things you've never heard of, and you would never hear of in Christianity. Especially when it comes to dealing with, and that's what I think. Even with, you know, these people, and I'm gonna tell y'all, these people are so demonic, man. Um, that they know about the spiritual realm. They know about these entities, and they had it in a dictionary before about like a dream. Like if you had a nightmare, right? That nightmare was called demon. That's what they called demon or something like that. Like the word. It was something for the word. It was I think it was in like one of their old dictionaries. But see, these Europeans, they got smart. They like figured people were gonna wake up. But it was a point, time and point where these people were actually honest about certain things. Now these people are getting clever. They want to hide these things because, of course, they worship them, these entities. But back then, they had a definition for what the word nightmare really meant. I'm definitely exposed to Christianity. I know that for sure. Christianity just makes me sick. Makes me sick. No, UFOs are not God's chariots. That's another false deception, another false lie coming from these camps. Um, I don't think they're the Most High's chariots. Now they can pretend to be. They can pretend to be. But see, the funny thing about that is the Most High uses. Most High can use whoever you want. That's the thing about it. Most High can use whatever he wants. He can use evil. He can use good. So it's one of those things where you got to kind of weigh the balance. Yeah, you know, can't really put the Most High in a box. Can't do that. You know, can't even put him in a book. Because the Most High is just too much knowledge. But definitely, aliens are demons. That's a fact. That is a huge, huge fact. Um, but I've been pretty interested in the spiritual world for quite some time. Not on some like I'm dibble dabbling in witchcraft, but just curious to understand spiritual realm and based on a lot of people's testimonies. I like listening to people's testimonies and people's stories and see how they all match up, see how they all correlate, and in that pattern is where you find truth. And that's another thing I want y'all to be aware of. When you find a pattern, you find the truth in many things, even with the scriptures. You see the Most High saying this over here, you see the Most High saying that over there, over there. You find the truth. You find the answer, like a precept. And like with anything in this world, in this life, when you recognize pattern, you find truth. You can find truth in it. Because the Most High is going to stick to his guns, and the devil is going to stick to his guns, and he's going to always do the same thing. The Most High is going to always do the same thing. And even with people, you want to learn something about somebody, how the person is, look for the pattern. Look for the pattern. That's where you find the truth is in the pattern. Just keep that in mind. Yep. These people are devil. They're sick devil worshippers, man. Sick. Sick. But with the I think so too. I'm gonna be exposing that one. That's a good one. Space and the other planets. That's a definitely dope lesson that I have to do. So I'm glad you even brought that up. because I did something like that on I think I exposed something like that on Instagram when I was teaching on Instagram. I think I exposed something like that with the planets and the names of Greek gods and stuff like that, these false gods that they were worshiping. You know, these Greeks, they were worshiping these false gods and named them planets and all that stuff, you know. But these people are devil worshippers, man. At the end of the day, they understand spiritual realm, and these entities give them wisdom and knowledge on how to deceive man. You know, my Instagram, they deleted that. My Instagram now is like a new Instagram. My Instagram, I had like 10,000 people following me on that, and every time I share some truth, man, these devils want to delete my damn thing. You know, like my last Instagram, they deleted it because I posted a picture showing gold and showing slaves. I put it together and I put caption, when will America give back what they stole? And these freaking devils delete my motherfucking thing. They find whatever they can to delete me. I could be doing the smallest thing and they will find a way to delete me. People that don't really have no followers, they could post the same picture and it won't get deleted. But they will delete me because I'm the one bringing that, making them people think. I'm the one capturing the minds of the people, because the minds of the people are opening and they're growing from what I'm sharing. And that is a threat. For facts, man, facts. So they have to find any way, any reason to delete my work and delete anything, scatter the people. This guy, he's waking them up. He's sharing too much. He's making crazy connections. And that's why I said, you want to find the truth? Follow the pattern. Follow the pattern. You know? Exactly. Exactly. Because they know I know what I'm talking about. And they know I'm gonna show you all type of connection. They know I'm gonna show the films, I'm gonna show the books, I'm gonna throw everything at you so you can see the truth in it. Or hope that you see the truth in it. And they know I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to do this thing here. You know, I'm destined to do this. So that's why they're gonna go hard against me. Cause they waiting. They've been waiting for somebody to wake up. They waiting for us to get it. They waiting for us to open our mind and see. You know, they was what they waiting for. And hey, we here, and of course they have to make these, you know, do this. It's called damage control, because majority of people are now watching YouTube for information. They're going to YouTube for their knowledge, YouTube for their learning, because they realize the media is a bunch of liars. Most deaf, I could do that, you know. Fact. And that's a good point, you know. But they ain't gonna give us no reparations. We gonna have they'll kill us before they give us anything. And this is why we gotta stop being so stupid. Stop being so ignorant. You know, stop hating each other, man. You know. Now, if you got somebody that's just being a devil, then listen. That's not somebody you should mess with. And I'm against that. Like, that's why I go hard against IUIC, because these guys supposed to be teaching all these people and setting up all these camps. Come to find out, you're a police officer, you're getting your own people locked up, And then on top of that, you're cursing the Bible. You're throwing up devil horns against the Bible. You're throwing up devil horns in your classroom. Your your 501c3 corporation is under Islamic. It's like, what the heck is going on here? The guy's throwing up 666 devil horns. It's like, what is going on here, man? Reptilians. I have a lot of thoughts on that, but I have to put that in perspective. Um, there's a lot of creepy things I'm gonna say that walk among us today. There's a lot, and it's funny because these spiritual entities can transform into physical beings. That is another thing. They can transform into physical beings and transform out of that. You know, and of course they've been watching me. The government's watching me. IUIC's watching me. IUIC's with the government. That's why when I dropped that video on with them called Mr. Devil Horns, they went so hard to make sure that video didn't grow in views. You know, they slowed that video down. They got ties with the police. Insiders, man. You know? So, yes, these entities can come in physical form and out. So, I've seen many stories, man. I'm telling you, like I just said earlier, you have to watch the pattern of behavior. I listen to a lot of people's stories, a lot of people's testimonies. It's in the pattern. If I gave you 10 people across the world from different countries or different, lands, and they all shared they never met each other, but they all shared you a similar story or testimony, and you found a pattern in it, that should make you think. That right there should make you think. Yep, so most definitely, and that's what these Freemasons do. This brother, man, and I'm so happy I exposed him. And people hated me for it, for exposing them because, and it's like, and it's funny because as I was doing it, people were getting upset, which I didn't give a damn. That's number one. I really didn't care because I see what I see, and it would not be right if I see all of this and I don't say a damn thing. That's a devil. Somebody that sees something and don't really say nothing. So those people who got upset with me and said what they said to me should be ashamed of themselves. And a lot of them came back and apologized. But you should be ashamed of yourself because if you see, and I'm showing you clearly what this guy is doing. There's no coincidence. There's no, well, maybe, da, da, da. No. And that's why a lot of our people are going to go down with him because you're propping him up. If you got a devil in your midst, he's a devil, satanic devil, throwing up devil horns in your classroom. And you're like, leave him alone. And he's a good guy. He's teaching us the law. I would not want nobody teaching me the law, statutes, and commandments throwing up the damn devil horns at me. Of course. I received many hate, but you know what? I received a lot of inside love too, fam. That's the beauty of it too, So I receive more love than hate. And that's the beauty about what I do. People hate me, it's to be expected. And I really don't give a damn. Because I hate people that do stuff like that. You know what I mean? I hate that. So it's like, hate me for it, But I received a lot of love from the people for taking that step and doing that because I did it because once again I was on to something. I was on to something. Mystery Babylon. I was on the break of working on Mystery Babylon, and I kept seeing all these connections. I had just finished Esau Part 7, 9 hours. Worked on that for a couple months, and I was just like, yo, I kept seeing one thing to another. And I was like, oh, all this is connected, man. And that just prompted me one thing to another. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. I gotta expose this. And I was like, I knew if anybody, it had to be me. I had the numbers, I had the viewers. It had to be me because other people were trying to expose them, but it wasn't really reaching. So I'm like, you know what? Let me use my power, my YouTube power, and exactly, exactly. They just chalk it up to the Most High God. They don't question where they're getting the money to start these churches all over, start these camps all over. You know, so your average camp cannot do that. The average camp out here cannot do that. Only camps that are doing that is ones that are under 501c3 free masonry connection. You know what I'm saying? So our brothers and sisters, we lost. We lost. We filled off of hatred. We ain't really seeking knowledge. We want a little bit, give us a little bit of knowledge so we could be boastful about it. We could be arrogant about it. But rather than that, we not open. We're not really spiritual. A lot of people that in this truth, they're not really spiritual. Just want to, oh, I'm a Jew. I'm the Israelite. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Look at me. Look, I got the camera on me. Look, I'm teaching. Look, I got my purple Freemasonry garment on, Babylonian fringes on. Look at me. That's what it's all about, man. Y'all know me. I wasn't with no show on my face. I wasn't with no, yo, look at me, look at what I'm doing. I was showing y'all straight knowledge. Straight knowledge, man. Unless the only thing you saw was my finger going up and down the books. That's the most you really saw for me is my finger going up and down them, spending hours going up and down them books, making them connections. You ain't see me like, yo, look, I'm teaching y'all. And I've taught, man. I got videos of me. I actually have a small clip of me in the boxing gym that I used to teach at. And I just had filmed it for like maybe 20 seconds just to, show me here, with a couple of people that we meet, we gather, I teach, we study, whatnot, like that. And I was doing this on a regular. So, I teach out in the street in front of my building, brought books out, my bag. I mean, I'm not walking around with no damn camera. So, you know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't need to walk around with a damn camera. It's not sincere, man. It's not sincere. Yo, I have to find that lesson. Okay? How to deal with the strangers. I'm trying to find it right now. I'm gonna have to re-record it. If I can't find it, I'm gonna have to re-record it. Cause you're right. That's one of the videos I actually been looking for right now to add up. That and the Passover one. But yeah, man. It's not sincere when you with the camera and all of that. Cause then it's like you performing, you acting, you know? A lot of this stuff is like showboating. Look at us. We all got, you know what I mean? Like the Most High, we humble spirit, man. Most High humble spirit. Humble spirit. These dudes, they're not humble. That's why you can't talk to them. You can't have a decent one-on-one conversation with them. You can't break bread with them. It's like, I know it all. Esau is a white man. I know it all. I've been doing this for 10, 20 years and da-da-da-da. They can be. They can be. They can be. Yes. Yes. Exactly, man. Trying to be seen with a lot of pride and hatred, man. And it just now you got our people out here looking extra ignorant. It's like we trying to be wise and trying to be smart, but at the same time, what's coming out of our mouth is very ignorant. You know, oh, we God's people, but the white man's our brother, but we hate you. But you're our biblical brother, but we hate you. It's like, what the heck are you talking about? How are they your brother and you hate them? It's just like, yo, oh my gosh. I hate you, but you're my brother. You're my biblical brother, but I hate you. Oh, shoot, boy. Woo. And then the funny thing is, at the same time, check this out. Check this out. So you have a white man here. You have an African, a Nigerian. Let's say Nigerian, right? I got you in my prayers, family. Definitely got you in my prayers, brother. You know. And they'll say, "You Esau, you the white man, you the devil," but you my brother. And then at the same time, they'll look at the African, quote unquote Nigerian. Oh, you ain't my brother. You a dirty African. Get out of here. Yo, these dudes is ignorant, man. These dudes is ignorant. They'll say the white man is their brother, but they'll say a Nigerian or a brother from Ghana is not their brother because they classified as African. It's crazy, man. You know? That's another silly thing too, man. It's crazy. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Shalom. I see you. I see you. It's crazy, yo. We lost out here, man. We lost out here. We awake and lost still. You know? Yes, I do believe that. I do. I do. It's a scary thing, man. And I've seen many patterns, you know. Of course they infiltrated. Of course. And luckily I was blessed to see these things and use my power when I had it with YouTube to expose these things for people to wake up and see. So I did what I needed to do. What up? What up? What up? I see you. I see you. Shalom. Definitely gotta pray. Yo, sometimes, man, be honest with you, y'all. I'll sleep with the Bible on my chest. I'll go to that extent. You know what I mean? Say prayer and sleep with the Bible. Because these entities are out here, man. Have it open. Entities are out here, and the crazy thing is, um, they watching. These entities are watching, they listening, um, they reporting back. And you got these heathens, these devil worshippers, they constantly conjuring up these devils and sending them out. You know what I mean? It's a lot of wickedness going on, especially today. You know, especially today. So, gotta stay prayed up, really, because these entities they definitely watching, the watchers, man. You know, they definitely feed off of negativity, man. Um, So we in these last days, and you got these devils that are uh I'm talking about, these people that conjure these things up. There's a lot of that going on. So I mean, it's just they running wild out here. And then you got all of these other avenues, or not even avenues, doorways. You got a lot of these doorways for these entities to come through. You got spells, hand signs, you got all these different things. Now you got the zodiac signs and these type of things. You got the tarot card readers, all these spiritualists, so we in a yo. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So it's a spiritual battle, and it's a battle for your mind, and that's why they know we got to take these people's minds. We got to take Israel's mind, these people, biblical people. We got to take their mind and everything. That's why they went. You got to really look at that, y'all, because with slavery, they was going after our mind, taking the language, taking the culture, taking the customs and all that. They went hard to do that, to take you away from that knowledge. That's something very severe and something deep, going so hard to take you from that knowledge, because they didn't really have to do that. If they wanted you to just be a slave, they just make you a slave and you just work for them and da 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 da. But they specifically went hard at taking your mind, which is something that knowledge is here in the mind. Knowledge is part of the soul, this spiritual realm. Spirituality is about knowledge. I didn't check that film out yet, family, though, but I will. Um, if you ever seen the movie The Fourth Kind, you'll know these entities are real. And that was based off a real story, had real footage. I'll usually refer to that movie sometimes. Serious movie, man. That's the realest, to me, that's like the realest movie I've ever seen, in a sense, when it comes to spirituality and dealing with these entities, or what they call aliens, you know? Of course, but yet they're trying to take slavery out the history books, or their history books. Yeah, The Fourth Kind is a movie, though. The Fourth Kind is a movie based on based on this white woman's testimony. She had captured real footage, so they used her footage. She was actually I don't even know if she died yet. Probably she died already, because it came out in 2009. But definitely check that movie out. I definitely, that is a special request. If you don't see nothing else, if you're interested in those type of things, or trying to get a little understanding, her story was like the most craziest story I've ever heard. But what made her story so uh right, had the connection to Alaska, you know. Definitely check that movie out. I'm telling you, that's one of the realest movies I've ever seen in my life. But her story, what made her story so real is that she had the proof. Anybody could say anything they want, but when you got the proof to go along with your story, like the footages, she had the little footages, man. And I'm telling you, ain't no paranormal witness type of thing, no paranormal activity type of story. Yeah. And even the slow parts were good, because they give you some good details on certain things. Definitely check that out. The Blair Witch was okay. I seen that. Blair Witch was it was interesting, but that fourth kind heat up. It heats up. It really like yo. Cause her story, man, cause they were acting out, cause they had the the real footage, and then they had the acting footage to go along with the story, and then her interview was going in and out with the movie as well, which was dope. The way they did that film was dope, you know, and most definitely, but yeah, check it out, you know, let me know what you think, especially when the entity took her daughter. Like the aliens took her. I don't want to ruin it for y'all, man. Jeez, don't let me ruin it for y'all. I don't want to ruin it. But trust me, you will learn in that film. You will learn what aliens really are. How about that? And this is her story. This is her life story. This woman got her. This woman was physically destroyed. I don't want to give it away, man. Check the film out, man. Check the film out. Don't watch it alone. Sleep paralysis. I kind of had that when I was younger. I had that mostly when I was younger. You know, I'd be asleep and then you're trying to wake up and then you feel like something's on you. I've had that a couple times, but it was when I was younger. Yeah, definitely. You know. Shalom, family. How you doing? You know, and that's why we got to stay prayed up. You know, we got to deal with them scriptures because we in a we in a physical world, but the spiritual realm is all over, man. Yeah, if that ain't for you, it ain't for you. You know, me, I'm a teacher. You know, I make connections with a lot of things, so I watch certain things for teaching purposes. You know, um, but if it ain't for you, if you can't stomach certain things or you just can't, you know, that's cool. You know, but this her story was incredible, incredible story, and her story just confirmed my suspicions. You know, for sure. And it's crazy because all these devil worshippers, man, it's just they don't know they just being led. Like, why would you believe in a devil? Why would you worship the devil? But I get it for those that have no hope. You know, I'll put it like that. For those that have no hope, they worship the devil, and those that are ignorant as well, and I just want fame and fortune. But for those that are wise, these wise people, if you're worshiping the devil and you know this is evil, that means you have no soul. You have no soul, man, to see that, yo, you really think the devil is going to be for you? You really think evil is going to be on your side, is going to help you? And I mean, yeah, maybe in the physical realm, because of course, majority of people want money and fame and fortune, so they'll do it. They'll do it at their own expense. But for those that are like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's wild. Right. You know. So, but yeah, we gotta stay, gotta stay prayed up, man. Spiritual world is real. Um, and then the government, our government. Say that again. Our government, those that are controlling everything, those that set up these institutions, those that set up these religious institutions, those that set up these political factions, those that set up the Food and Drug Administration. These people are devil worshippers, man. Everything that is set up in this kingdom, these people is there's a devil, there's a spirit behind it. And another thing, what I've come to learn too, why they worship the devil, because again, the Most High God is a God of knowledge. The devil is a God of knowledge. It's a spirit of knowledge. Okay, so the devil gives man knowledge. Now, it's not the kind of knowledge that good for your soul, but it's knowledge with advanced technology, knowledge on deception, knowledge on all these different things that corrupt man, you know and give man power over certain people or over certain nations and stuff like that. So that's why they worship, because they're in position and they know where it's coming from. you know so shalom, fam, shalom. So that's why they worship these entities, man, because they want to fix. It's like any other addiction. And most definitely, I see you've been watching a video, huh? How to study the Bible, huh? I mean, I'm sorry, the Halloween one. The Most High put the spirits on these people, man. So, we got to get to gain this wisdom and understand what's going on out here and stuff like that, man. You know? Yeah, they've come up with all kind of wickedness, man, but it's coming from this knowledge of wickedness. That's the thing. It's a knowledge of wickedness, whether it be of sorts, it's coming from somewhere. You know, Man is just not doing this on his own. Like, yeah, I'm doing this. It's me. It's a spirit behind it, man. But so yeah, y'all. So again, I got the Avengers movie I'm working on right now. I'm gonna be making some big connections in that. Um, Big connections. Big. You're gonna see, once again, Hollywood likes to tell the same story over and over, but in different ways. And luckily, I don't want to spoil it, but y'all gotta check it out when I complete this movie breakdown. It's gonna be dope. The Connection series. Um, I gotta finish watching Black Lightning though. I gotta watch some more episodes. I haven't had time. But definitely Avengers is gonna be dope. Just getting getting the clips and everything, getting all the connections together. I already chopped it up. Now I'm getting the connected pieces and stuff like that to show y'all, man. Yo, these people are devils and they dealing with high witchcraft, and they're making this is the thing. Uh, they're making witchcraft and these things fun. They're making it fun. They're making it enjoyable. They're making it like the norm. So a lot of things, and it's no different than Christmas. It's no different than like celebrating Christmas and stuff like that. They making all this type of wickedness. They're making it like no, they're normalizing it. You know, they are normalizing evil and wickedness, and because people don't have the knowledge on certain things, or they are not being taught certain things, or Certain things have been taken off the shelf. Like I said, back in the days when you had a nightmare, they called it a demon. They called it something else because they understood that to be an entity. Now, certain things like that, they've changed. They removed out of the books. A lot of this spiritual knowledge, they've removed it because they don't want people to wake up to this the spiritual idea or understanding of what is really going on out here. You know, for sure, for sure. So a lot of these stuff, it's a repeat. It's a repeat of all this wickedness. Now it's commercialized, it's normalized, and now everybody's doing it or inadvertently doing it because they've made it fun. And since you don't got the knowledge on it, we just do it. Like Christmas. So just like this film here, they're showing you these satanic things that they do. You know, waking up to these things, man. You'll see things clearly. And I'm think the Most High, I'm awake now, and I'm awake more than ever, and I see a lot of things I didn't understand in my past, and going through things I understand even more. You know, um, shalom, shalom, sis. I see you. Video games for sure. You know, so yeah, man. They're normalizing all type of um wickedness, man. Making it fun. But we got to be able to see and wake up. But they're not going to teach you. So we can't expect these people to teach us who we are. And that's why I feel the way I feel about certain things. The Hollywood tree. Hmm. I'm not sure if I will do anything about it, but it's interesting to know. There is a mind's eye. There is a mind's eye that does connect to the spiritual realm. Yes, there is. That's a hidden gem. It is. I'm gonna bring that out too. Actually, I'm gonna bring that out in the movie Avengers about that third eye that connects you to the spiritual realm. Now, they show these things in the Avengers, but if you don't have any knowledge on it or understanding about it, what you're looking at, and what they're saying, remember, everything is listening. What they're saying, what they're showing you, and having this knowledge. Right, the pineal gland. And I talked about that on the. I'm going to do a video lesson on that because I did it on Instagram. I need to do a video on that. And I was going to do one, but I'll do one on the pineal gland. But definitely, I'm going to show a little bit of that in this um, Avengers Infinity Wars breakdown. So, it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep, man. But spiritual world. But yeah, guys, I'm about to shut it down. Been on here going on 2 hours now, chopping it up with y'all, man. I love talking to y'all. But I'm getting tired. Worked all day. Well, cohesive all day. And I got some more work to do, as far as these next videos that I'm working on. It's a possibility there are, but that's another thing I have to look into. Tomorrow I could definitely come back and chop it up for y'all. Chop it up with y'all tomorrow because I'm gonna be getting these clips for the connections for Avengers tomorrow. So I'm gonna give y'all an update on that, on the Avengers and stuff like that. But I'm telling y'all, when y'all see this video, you're gonna be like, wow, you're blessed to see and to make these connections and bring these things out. So this one is gonna be big. It's gonna be a big breakdown. Y'all gonna love it. And all praises to the Most High, blessing me with a gift, man, to do what I do. You know what I mean? So it's definitely gonna be fire. It's right now. It's 11:49 on my time. But I wish y'all all a good night. Um, and I'll definitely be back to chop it up with y'all tomorrow, man. So, oh, you an hour ahead. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate that, man. Y'all know I'll be on here with bags under my eyes and stuff trying to talk to y'all, man. So y'all know I keep it 100, man. I'm still working. I thank y'all for checking out the lesson, how to study the Bible. I see y'all been watching that. It's definitely going up on the charts. So that's a blessing. Um, so I wish y'all all a beautiful evening, beautiful night. And I'll be back tomorrow, man. 7 a.m. Where you at? Jeez. 7:50 a.m. Dang. I forgot y'all all around the world, man. I be talking to y'all like y'all right down the block from me. All right, so y'all have a wonderful night, man. I'm about to shut it down. All right, y'all. Peace and shalom, Israel. Most High bless.